While you were studying to pass standardized tests, the children of the 1% were learning to speak the language of the elite. They weren't taught to obey the law, but to become architects of it. Nor were they taught to trade their time for money. They were taught to take charge of the principles that create it. Most people believe that wealth is a matter of luck or labor. But behind the closed doors of the world's most powerful families lies a hidden curriculum, a combination of ancient occult wisdom and cold, legal mastery that ensures their bloodline stays at the top of the pyramid. This is the inherited edge. In public, the elite talk about the rule of law. In private, they understand that the law is not a moral code, it is a syntax. To the masses, a sentence is a command to be followed. But to the programmer, syntax is the architecture that allows a system to function. If you know the syntax, you can rewrite the code of your own reality. Powerful families teach their children the art of legal alchemy, the skill of turning a restriction into an advantage. Most people see a law and say, "I must obey." The elite see a law and ask, "Who wrote this? Where is the exit? How can this be bent, manipulated, or leveraged?" This skill is not illegal. It is simply invisible to those without the curriculum. The elite understand that the complexity of the legal system is a deliberate feature, not a bug. It is a sieve designed to let the liquid assets of the initiated flow freely at their own discretion, while trapping the middle class in a dense web of compliance, taxation, and liability. Laws are a cage that keep you predictable and productive. For them, it is a castle gate emblazoned with their family crest and manned by their family's bannermen. They weaponize this complexity to ensure that the path to true sovereignty remains too expensive, too confusing, and too dangerous for the uninitiated to walk. The 3 gates of initiation. To understand the hidden curriculum, you have to understand that an elite education is not a series of classes. It is a series of initiations. They move their children through the 3 gates before they are ever allowed to touch the family's true assets. Gate 1, the gate of the persona. The first thing they are taught is that you do not exist in the eyes of the system. You are taught to be a person. They are taught to be a sovereign office. They learn to separate their private life from their public liabilities. They house every asset in a series of shells, private trusts and corporate veils. By adulthood, an elite child understands that they should own nothing but control everything. This isn't just a business tip. It's a spiritual detachment from the material world that grants them total power over it. Gate 2, the gate of the library. Next, they are granted access to the family library. This isn't where they keep bestsellers. This is where they keep the histories of the winners and losers. They study why powerful ancestors succeeded and masses failed. They are taught the 7 Hermetic Principles, ancient laws of mentalism and vibration that have governed human nature since the dawn of civilization. By mastering the internal laws of the mind, they effortlessly command the external laws of the market. But the curriculum doesn't end with personal mastery. It extends into the geometries of influence. They are taught that true power is never a solo endeavor. It is a network of sovereign nodes. They study how to weave themselves into the existing global power structures, not as servants, but as essential architects. Through these ancient principles, they learn the art of strategic resonance, aligning their will with the interests of other powerful lineages to ensure their vision is enacted on a global scale. Gate 3, the gate of the bloodline. Finally, they are taught the century rule. You are taught to think in 2-week paychecks or 12-month goals. They are taught to think in 100-year arcs. This is temporal mastery. When you aren't afraid of losing tomorrow because you are focused on the year 2126, you possess a cold clarity that the masses can never replicate. This is why they never panic during market crashes. They architected the crash to harvest the impatient, the occult blueprint. But the legal shield is only half the battle. To command the physical world, the elite are first taught to master the unseen. Look at the mantra of the initiated: solve et coagula, dissolve and coagulate. In the language of power, this is the ultimate formula for transformation. Solve means you must first dissolve the servant's morality you were born into. You must break down the societal programming to see the raw components of reality. Coagula means you must then bring those components back together into a new form, one that serves your lineage. This isn't superstition, it is psychological technology. It is the science of the will. They don't pray for the wind to change. They have been taught how to set the sail using laws of nature that the public has been told. Conclusion. The hidden curriculum isn't about working harder. It's about working from a different level of reality. If you felt a glass ceiling above your life, it's because you were playing a game where the rules were deliberately hidden from you. The ceiling isn't there to protect you. It's there to keep you in your place. But once you see the architecture, you can dismantle it.